Baba says that we are the only ones who know the secrets of time or the secret of the cycle. Now the question is, do we know the secret of time? Because you see, Baba has given us the knowledge which is contained in the picture of the cycle, and we see the picture of the cycle, we understand that I, the soul, come from the soul world, and there is a whole play of 5,000 years in which I play my part. And for half the cycle, I play the part of a deity. And in that part, there is one religion, one language, one political system. So there is एक धर्म, एक भाषा, एक राज्य, एक कुल, एक मत. And then slowly, gradually, there are many religions that come up because we lose our power. I, the soul, lose my power. So I experience unhappiness, and then I call out to God, and then comes up the Hindu religion, the Islamic religion, the Buddhism or Christianity, they all come up. And then we again come to this place called Sangam Yuga. And then Baba comes, and Baba teaches us, Baba purifies us and takes us back, and the drama again repeats. And this is an ever repeating, continuous cycle. Now, what is the secret of the cycle? So there are many secrets to the cycle. So the first secret is that we do everything every 5,000 years. So we are not doing anything for the first time. And this is nothing new. And I remember there was this one brother, and he came, and I just when I was talking to him, he was not interested in doing the course or anything. So, but he had a worldly reputation, so we were just talking. And there was an exchange of ideas, and then he told me that I don't know if we will ever meet again or I'll ever come again. So I told him, that's okay, because we'll meet every 5,000 years. So then he told me, what is that? So I said, in the knowledge that God gives us, we know that everything that happens today will repeat exactly after 5,000 years. So at the end of the conversation, when he was departing, so then he said, so see you again or see you after 5,000 years. So then I told him, so we will see each other sooner then, because if you can retain this, it means that you are more likely to become a BK. And this is a very interesting thing, that Baba tells us the secrets of the drama, and those who hold those secrets in their awareness are are BKs. They are Baba's children who take the inheritance from Baba in Sangam Yuga. And I will tell you about this question that Baba says that Sakar Baba, so when Brahma Baba was in his corporeal form, whenever party came to him, so whenever a group of children came to visit Baba in Madhuban, then Baba would ask them, have we ever met before? And then if the child is puzzled, then Baba would know that the Brahmani has not done a good job and she has not explained things properly. And if the child says, yes, Baba, we met 5,000 years back, then Baba would know that, yes, this child has got the secret of the drama. And I'll tell you one incident. So, some things you listen to in the Murli, but I used to listen to this thing in the Murli that Baba always checked the nerve of the child by asking this question. But I thought it's such a silly question. So I'll tell you my feeling. I used to think it's such a silly question. So, see, somebody might remember, somebody might not. How does it matter? It's okay. Somebody, somebody forgot that I met Baba before 5,000 years. So it's not that concrete. I always thought that. But what happened? There was this one Mata, and she did the course, and then Badi Didi was visiting the center, and Badi Didi, when she saw that Mata, she said, I've seen you somewhere. So that Mata immediately said, Didi, you must have seen me 5,000 years back. Okay. Now after that, that Mata stopped coming to class after some days. Okay. Now I always thought, so Baba, whenever Baba says something, he is absolutely right. So when he says that this is a very important question and anybody who answers it right must be, must know the secret of drama. So this Mata cannot stop coming to the center because she answered that so accurately. She said, yes, Didi, we met 5,000 years back. And then I always thought about this Mata, and it always made me think, how can Baba's statement be wrong? Or Baba cannot say, when Baba says that this is a sign, then this is a sign. So after 2 years, after 2 years of taking the course, that Mata came again, and then she never stopped. And she is a very good Brahmin, and I've seen her journey, and she's been coming for the last, I think, 8 years or something, and she's a really good right hand of Baba. And that, that one incident that made me realize how everything that Baba speaks is senseful. Baba never speaks anything which is not senseful. And it might, our intellects are so limited, sometimes we may think that this is not a big deal. But when Baba says that Baba asked this question, and this question is an indicator, it is an indicator. And I have experienced this firsthand. So Baba says this is one of the secrets of the drama, that you will remember that whatever is happening happened exactly 5,000 years back, and this is not happening for the first time. And if you are able to hold this secret always, that's the sign of a good Brahmin. And so, whether you hold it always is represented, or it is, it is expressed when somebody asks you this question suddenly. But then all the time you have to check whether whenever you are living, you're playing your part in this drama second by second, do you remember that I'm not doing it for the first time, and I've always repeated this part every 5,000 years, and every 5,000 years I've been a victorious soul. So I have, despite whatever happened, I have crossed it, and I have been victorious every 5,000 years. Do you remember that? So that's one secret of the drama. Then the second secret of the drama is that for 2500 years we live in heaven, and there is absolutely no trace of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed in that world. There is no attachment to body, to bodily religions, bodily relations. There is no bodily religion also. And that is a secret because nobody knows it. And yesterday I was just thinking, I was sitting in yoga and I was just having this feeling that in this world, in the world that we live in right now, we cannot think of a life, we cannot think even of a moment where we are not vigilant or in fear. Yes. So I'll share one experience. So there was this one Mata, and she said that I left my door open last night by accident, and it was just left open because I didn't check. And in the morning when I saw it open, I almost had a heart attack. And she said that nothing happened, nobody barged in, there was no problem, but I couldn't just think of the 1,000 things that could happen. And I was so much in shock that this door was left open. And I was just thinking, in every second, if you see, we are so used to this fear and insecurity that we don't even recognize it. We don't even know how much we are, keeping ourselves physically alert all the time. And part of the stress that we feel is also because of this hypervigilance. So you're always keeping a vigil on where are the children, is the gas on or not, or is somebody just doing something, are your children putting yourself at risk, or is the door open, or what is that noise coming from somewhere? And it's always there. And I was just thinking, in Satyug there would be none of this. And it also made me think about whether there would be doors in Satyug. I don't know, I have to ask somebody, but I don't know if there would be any requirement for doors in Satyug. And if you look at, so many years back I went to, I think it was Jodhpur, I think. And in that there was this palace, and it had big windows, open windows. And no window, the window was not closed, it was all open. And when I visited that, I was thinking that we can't have windows like this now. So we have very small windows, and then those also need to have shutters and curtains and doors and all of that stuff. So I was just thinking about, and what I'm talking about is maybe 500 years ago, or 700 or 1000 years ago. But think about Satyug. So you don't need doors. You see, in Satyug we are Maryada Purushottam, and nobody would come into your room even without permission, and nobody would barge into your private space without permission. And there would be even if there's a little curtain, it would be okay. And there is no, I don't, and the animals also, they won't just stray into your palace. So you don't have to keep anything away, you don't have to think about anything, and just think about the kind of world we are living in right now, where a person is not feeling safe. I don't know whether they are safe or not safe, but you don't feel safe even in your own home these days. And there is so much of lust and anger and violence, and these traits are so much around you that you don't feel safe in your own home. And just think about Satyug. So it just made me think about the kind of safe space and secure space Satyug is, where nothing internal, external, or from far or from near is going to even there is no remote possibility of something disturbing you or attacking you, or attack is a big word, so you can't even think about that in Satyug. And it's so if you think about what kind of world we lived in, and that was, so apart from happiness and love and peace, there is so much security and safety. And these days, you see, there was this one brother, and he sells these cameras, and he does this business of CCTV cameras. And he was telling me he is earning a huge profit. And I told him, so is this a very profitable? So he said, yes, it is the most profitable business these days, because everybody is in fear and everybody is setting up cameras everywhere. And then I told him, and what do you personally think? So I said, so he said, now life is all about setting up cameras and just being a chowkidar. So I think like that. So these days, you build a house and then you put up cameras and then you keep watching the cameras. That is what life has become about. So, so Baba, so when I think about Satyug, and when you think about Satyug, you really feel that you want to go there as early as possible. Because this is not the world we deserve, or this is not the world we want to live in. And when you think about acts of lust and acts of violence, then you really think, and these days, nobody has any respect for your opinion or privacy, let alone your body. So there is no respect for anybody's body, anybody's opinion, anybody's wealth. Just think about so many women who earn so much and then they have absolutely no control over their finances. They have no control over their finances. There are matas I have talked to who earn to the tune of 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs per month, and they don't even have their ATM card. They don't have they don't even they can't even think of having it. So you are so all the violence happens here first, right? So you are subdued so much that you can't even think that this is something you should have. And then they think that it is a sign of love, and it's a sign of being a united family. But if that's so, then why is it not vice versa? So why is it not happening both ways? So it's all, we are conditioned so badly that we don't even understand how greed is working, and what is the how greed is, so you don't have any safe security over your body, you don't have any security over your finance. So everything is in this world, it is prone to other people's eyes and attack and everything. And when you think about Satyug, these things are not there in Satyug. In Satyug, you don't even have to think about my money, their money. there is everything in absolute quantities, and there is nothing that you have to hoard and own and collect. So this is also another secret that Baba tells us, and secrets have to be held in awareness. You have to remember the secret. Yes, so have you been in situations where you hide something and then yourself forget it? Yes, so you hide something, or you keep it a secret and then you yourself forget it. And then other people are shouting at you that why did you have to hide it so much that you can't even find it now yourself. And this is, so Baba says secret and awareness. These are two things that are connected. So you have to keep the secret in the awareness. Otherwise, the secret is lost and it's not a secret. It's a gone treasure. So Baba says that remember this, that 2500 years you've lived in that world. And then the another secret is that now this is the time of the end. So the cycle is now at the end. And this is a secret because, and this is kind of an open secret, because everybody knows that this is the time of destruction, but they still don't know because they are never in awareness of it. And if you look at the world, I remember when I was in office, so one day there was this one officer and he just started hurling his opinion on me, and he said, you people are always talking about destruction and you people are all negative people and you're always talking about how the world is going to end. And so I said, I never told any of this to you. So he said, no, but you people say it and I know it, and I have been to BK centers and all you talk about is destruction. And he was very mad at me. And then I told him, but I don't think we talk about destruction as much as you do. So he said, I never talk about destruction. So I said, but you are the head of the sustainability development division. So you are the one saying it's unsustainable, aren't you? So why do you need sustainability if the world is going to last forever? So you are saying that if it goes like this, it's not going to be sustainable. So he said, no, but that is being given by the government. So I said, then go and shout at the government. Don't shout at me. So you see that there are so many things that are happening where there is this undertone that destruction is ahead. And you look at how nature is behaving and how how climate change is happening, and how people know that everything is now unsustainable. And if you look at the natural reserves, so everybody knows that destruction is ahead, but we vehemently deny it. And Baba tells us the secret that this drama, this cycle is now at the end. And but do I remain in awareness of this secret? Because Ramesh Bhai Sahab used to always say, and I remember this very concretely about him, in every class he used to say that Baba tells us that Vinash is here, but we don't believe it. And even Brahmins, we don't believe that it's going to be destroyed. And if we believed it, our Pursharth would be much better. And I was just thinking about this thing that, there are three things. There is this Vinash Kal, then there is death, which is inevitable. So every individual has to leave the body. That's also one secret we deny. So we see people dying all the time, but we say we will never die. So that's also another secret, open secret, that we will leave the body. And then the third thing is this thing about Baba telling us to be ever ready. And these days I think a lot about this thing called ever ready. And when we say ever ready, just think about those souls who went into advanced part. Yes, so dadis who went into advanced part. Now, why did they go into advanced part? Because they were not doing spiritual purusharth or making spiritual effort because they thought destruction is ahead or because they thought death is ahead. They just understood that I have to be ever ready so that Baba can use me however he wants. And that is why when Baba said that just leave this body and go into advanced part and create Satyug. So they went and they are still in another body and they are doing Baba's work. And they finished all their karmic accounts, they reached the karmatit stage, and then they went into the advanced part. So do we think about being ever ready? Or do we think, you keep calculating that, Vinash is at least, 1 month ahead. It's not going to happen tomorrow at least. So let me sleep today. Tomorrow I'll do Purusharth. Or are you thinking that, I'm still young and my physical statistics are good, so I'm not going to die tomorrow. So we are not talking about if they are in another body, then don't they create new accounts? No, they don't, because they are now in the karmatit stage, and in the karmatit stage your karma is akarm. So they are doing that akarm, and that is the beautiful thing. So Baba says that you are being told every day in the Murli, it's being reinforced that this is the end time. But do you hold it in your awareness and prepare to be ever ready? Yes. And I was just thinking about, this direction that Baba gives us in the Murli today also, that just unplug your attention from or renounce from your buddhi the body, bodily relations, bodily religion. Yes, and if you look at BKs, we try to conquer vices, yes, and many BKs have conquered vices. So I would say that at least 50% BKs are not into lust and anger and greed that way, yes. So we are doing a good job when it comes to becoming a conqueror of vices. But I think, the bigger challenge now for BKs is Vyarth and Vistar. It's not Vikar. And I think, we should now talk more about Vyarth, Vistar and Vikar, all the three. So there is so much of waste, so much of extra expense of thought, of time into everything, and there is so much and vices are obviously there. So one part is conquering vices, but also we are not doing what we are supposed to do, because there is a lot of Vyarth and Vistar, and that Vyarth and Vistar happens when you are attached to the body, attached to bodily religions, attached to bodily relations. And I remember there was this one Mata, and she said, I spend 30 minutes combing my hair every day. Because, if you just pull your comb from top to bottom down, then there is blood circulation in the head and I don't know what else. So she said 30 minutes I keep combing the hair, because that blood circulation is better. And so I said, 30 minutes if you comb the hair. So I said, okay, but 30 minutes, are you thinking about, are you remembering Baba while doing it? You could also do it, but if you think it's so important for you, but are you remembering Baba? So she said, no, I'm just thinking about the blood circulation that's happening because it's better now. So you see that if you are attached to this old body, then you spend so much time and thought and money and energy because it gives you a psychological satisfaction. Yes, it's all psychological. And what do I mean when I say psychological? It's based on your old sanskar. So you've created an old sanskar about what it means to take care of the body well. Yes, and then you spend so much time, thought, energy, money because you think that you're not engaging in self-care if you're not spending this much. And it's just vyarth and vistar. And Baba always says this body is a big grihasth. And not just this physical body, but even if I don't hear this, or somebody has a sanskar of listening to music and then they think that I don't find peace without listening to music. So I have to have I have to listen to some music every day, or I have to watch something every day, or I have to eat something nice. So, there are children who say, I want to eat something nice. And I remember when my brother used to come from school, he would say that I'm hungry. And when my mother said, go and eat chapatis, he would say, no, I want to eat, I'm hungry for something nice, not for chapatis. So my mother used to say, your hunger has a lot of qualifications, and then she would cook something for him. So, you have this thing that I want to eat something nice, and then I'm not feeling good because I've not had something nice since so long, and it's all based on sanskars. So the soul is not using the pure sanskars, the soul is using the sanskars that we have created in body consciousness, and in feeding those sanskars and bringing yourself to a place of psychological satisfaction, you have to spend so much of a part of your life. And that's called the expansion and waste of the body. And then just think about the vyarth and vistar of relationships. So, if you don't spend 6 hours with this person every day, then you feel like you don't have a relationship with that person. And then after 60 years, you find them cheating on you. So every day 6 hours for 60 years, to no avail. So this is your sanskar, that you feel that when you sit so much with this person, and what are you doing? You're talking, you're only engaging in trivial talk and other stuff, and it's just a sanskar you've created. And that sanskar makes you think that you're doing the needful in a relationship by giving so much time, thought, energy, money to this person, and you don't even care to think whether it's productive or not productive or counterproductive. And most of the times, the more you give, when you are a depleted soul, then the more you give, it is mostly counterproductive. Because you are yourself in a place of depletion, and then you're doing everything with expectation and attachment, and then it backfires when they don't fulfill your attachment, and it puts you into greater sorrow. So Baba says that this vyarth and vistar of the body, the bodily relations, the bodily religions, so you have to spend so much time in this religious ritual or that religious ritual, or you have to do some puja, some chanting, some this, some that, or you have to wear this on Thursdays and eat this on Wednesdays, or all of those things. They also take up so much of your time and energy. And Baba says that you have to now understand that what you need to do is remember Baba and do seva with that time, thought, energy, money. Because we Brahmins have to create Satyug with our own body, mind and wealth. And if your body, mind and wealth is being used up in all these waste and expansion of your old sanskars, then when will you create Satyug and your Satyugi state? So Baba says now you have to renounce all this. And renunciation is a very conscious act. You don't do it because you're uncomfortable, then it's running away. It's not renunciation, it's escape. So when you understand that this is not the best use of your body, mind, wealth, then you, with your awareness, with your understanding, with your power of decision making, you take the decision to withdraw your body, mind, wealth from this waste and expansion and vices, and use it in remembrance of Baba and Seva. And then you are preparing to be ever ready. Then you're not thinking about when Vinash will happen or when I'll leave the body, but you're thinking about I should be so ever ready that if Baba wants to give me a new duty, I'm ready for it. Okay, so keep the secrets of the drama in your buddhi. Om Shanti.